Well, we'll continue to see this rather unsettled weather pattern as we go through the course of this week, and it looks as if things will start to slowly settle down, especially further north as we progress towards the upcoming weekend. Thanks for clicking on to the Thursday edition of Vogan's European Outlook. It will be a quick video today. I'm about to leave to head out to work for this evening, so it's either no video or a very quick one, and I've chosen to do a very quick one because I want to serve my beloved subscribers and viewers, of course. But low pressure in control at the moment here, and of course with all that strong May sunshine coming in, we're then allowing the atmosphere to bubble up through the course of the daytime, and those convective upward drafts of air is forming showers, thunderstorms, big towering cumulonimbus clouds, flash flooding in localized areas as well, and we'll get to that in just a second. But with low pressure in control and these nice warmer than average sea surface temperatures, we are then enhancing the level of moisture within the atmosphere that can drop on any given area. And as a response, a major incident was declared in parts of Somerset due to flash flooding. This is an article, I believe, yesterday by the BBC, looking at some very, very nasty conditions as well. Interesting stuff actually with regards to the setup here. What we've got is the sea breeze that is coming in as the land heats up. You're naturally starting to trigger these sea breezes, especially at this time of the year. And what that does with instability and a trigger aloft, we are then seeing the convergence of these winds as they come off the water over land, and they're forcing the air to rise and produce these intense downbursts of heavy rain, hail, and we're even seeing funnel clouds. This was the scene from, I believe, outside where was this? Thurleton, I think that's how you pronounce it. A tweet here showing the funnel cloud, quite a lot of funnel cloud sightings in recent days, especially over eastern portions of England. This is another one from northern France, as you can see here, of a very, very prominent, eye-catching funnel cloud seen here in northern France, like I say. And as we scroll through, I'll show you that in just a second here. Now, I've not got what I thought I had. This was the radar from earlier, by the way, of Weather Online. You can see here these clusters right along the east coast of the Republic and Northern Ireland. We've also got it over the spine of the Cambrian Mountains here, so the winds kind of converging, forcing the air. The topography of the land is forcing, enhancing that upward motion over the mountains of central Wales, really from Rill all the way down towards what would that be, between Swansea and Cardiff. So that line right the way down the spine of Wales, triggered by the winds converging over the mountains. We've got the same over the Pennines, as you can see here, and indeed from Norfolk, kind of just maybe say 10 to 20 miles inland, we've got this line where the winds are converging and forcing this upward motion. So very interesting stuff indeed with this setup when you've got areas of low pressure at this time of the year. And let me just have a quick check to see what else there is to show you. This is of the European model, so this is the weathercharts.com as per usual. You can see this area of low pressure. That is your trigger, cooler aloft, and of course with strong sunshine at this time of the year, you've got lots of instability, and those showers just blow up as we progress through the second half of the morning and into the afternoon hours in particular. Underneath those showers, you could get 50, 60, 70 millimeters of rain. I believe there was one report in Norfolk of upwards of 70 millimeters in 20 minutes. So that is a very significant amount of rainfall. It shows you the level of upward motion within the atmosphere to generate these incredible showers. But you notice here that if we look at the UK version, look at the mess, by the way, over Europe. Just an incredible pattern, by the way. Of course, rivers were running dry last summer. All sorts of hype and hysteria with regards to the heat. and it looks as if things are going the other way really this spring, and hopefully that will lead to a different type of summer this upcoming year. So 2022 was, I believe, Europe's warmest summer in recorded history. I think we're going to have a very different year altogether this year, but like I said before, I could be very wrong. But notice how the European model sees these showers developing here tomorrow afternoon, I believe, as well, if I'm right in saying. Let's skip back, actually, sorry. I think this is actually more just from today. But look at how it's down the eastern side of the UK. And a lot of that is because we've got onshore winds enhanced by the upper air pattern. So we've got the actual upper air pattern that has a natural easterly flow. But of course, as the land heats up during the course of the daytime, no, nothing particularly exceptional or anything, but when you've got temperatures of 17, 18, 19 Celsius and relatively cooler at 5 to 10,000 feet above our heads, that then forces the upward motion here over the eastern side of England and indeed Wales as well. So that is the reason why we've seen significant amounts of shower activity through the course of today. But things settle down, as I've said. What happens is that the pressure starts to build over the UK, particularly so further north. But what we're doing is we're starting to lose that trigger with that area of low pressure then dissipating, replaced by an area of high pressure. So we'll start to cap the atmosphere, and therefore you lose the dynamics. That instability starts to kind of fade away over the British Isles through the course of tomorrow. So it's going to be a lot quieter tomorrow as opposed to today and yesterday, and I believe even the day before was quite unsettled. One thing I will note is the fact that we do have a fairly pronounced northeasterly wind, so temperatures are nothing to write home about. Look at this little feature here. We could see a spell of persistent rain moving through East Anglia, through the South Midlands, southeastern England, southern counties of England during the course of tomorrow. So not a particularly great day. We may see, as that feature then kind of drifts off in that northeasterly flow, we may see brightness towards the end of the day in the southeast. But we've got a fairly settled weather pattern now starting to take hold as we move through into the upcoming weekend here. 850 temperatures, nothing to write home about. As you can see here, we'll play through this loop, and you notice here that even Spain is starting to see chillier than average air starting to move right the way south over Iberia. And that is going to be a significant change. It's going to be welcome news, of course, to residents and even visitors across Spain, Portugal, after such incredible hot conditions in recent times. But look at this here. I think many European residents will be actually quite happy based on what they've seen last year, based on what we've seen in the last few years. This will be welcome if this has some sort of impact on the upper air pattern as we press towards the month of June here. And then watch this space as we press towards the end of the weekend. We've got cooler air moving in from the northeast or northwest. So forget about any kind of heat wave anytime soon, folks. It looks as if we're going the opposite way altogether. You can see here, this is off the GFS ensemble. High pressure building overhead. Now, underneath that area of high pressure with sunshine, 21, 22 Celsius is very likely across parts of Northern Ireland, Scotland, Northern England, as we press, possibly not so much Northern England because of that northeasterly wind. We may see the warmest temperatures further west, right enough, but cooler on the east coast, of course. But underneath the calm conditions, the sunny skies, we will see the temperatures responding. And of course, with that trough sinking southwestwards, a lot of cool conditions compared to average further south and west where it has been so warm and dry in recent times. But notice here how that area of high pressure stays to the north, and indeed we'll see more unsettled conditions further south here. I'm going to end with this one. This is a tweet by our good friend Shryan Bruin, or no, I beg your pardon, Met Ryan here. I do apologise, Met Ryan, because I know there was a tweet by Shryan the other day. But this is the June, July and August forecast of the Glossia. This is the update of the Met Office. Isn't that rather interesting? So high pressure to the north, which would promote probably drier and warmer conditions. But look at further south, across England, Wales, particularly so France, Spain, and Portugal, central southern portions of Europe where it has been so different. This would certainly be very, very welcome indeed. And I know June has high pressure to the north, lower pressure to the south. That would mean warmer, drier further north and cooler, more unsettled further south. Ran out of time. Do check out recent videos, marfoganweather.com. There's plenty of content there for you to check out. If you haven't already done so, do indeed hit that subscribe button. I am now in the process of writing my summer forecast, and there is a lot of interesting things to come. So keep it right here on the channel, and I'll see you again hopefully tomorrow with more. Bye for now.